What is up, guys? Welcome to the podcast.
I feel comfy.
It's been a little while. We're in the, we're going to call this a studio. We're in my office.
This is good.
So the new setup, got the new setup going. A couple of little, I went on an IKEA trip, always good. And I was doing a little bit of cross-legged sitting on each chair I could find in IKEA. And I was like, oh yeah, I think that's the one. $49, man.
Bargain.
Fucking bargain. So we got a little fake plant here as well. We got a little table with a USB on it. That's about it. Couple of little chairs. So we've got a second setup. I need to bring this artwork down so it's in the shot as well.
Oh yeah.
Because my idea is to have the content shot from there.
Yeah.
Like little coach's corner, little spiels, little bits of content filmed in here, as well as in the main team room. So yeah. Blayke's in for a bit of a chat. Just a bit more of a catch up.
It's been a while.
It has been a little while for the podcast. We've been busy. We've been shut down for a week. We've been all over the place. So I wanted to get Blayke in and talk about his ride that's coming up, and then go through the old wins, struggles, and goals. Before we get to that, if you're listening, you know the drill. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. What else can you do? Share. 5-star. What else is there?
Shout out.
Oh, screenshots. Screenshots is the main one, eh?
Yeah, that's a good one.
So be a jet. Take a screenshot that you're listening to this. Put it on your Instagram, and we'll get around it. So we're going to get to it. Blayke, Thursday. What's going down? Run us through it.
So Thursday, D-Day. Off to ride 500 Ks down to Augusta and back over the weekend, over 4 days.
So this is the mission project number 2?
Number 3.
Number 3? Wait up.
Yeah.
I missed one.
So I did the 100 days, no drinking.
Oh, 100 days.
But I haven't put it up yet. So I was actually working on it this morning. That's why I'm...
Have you had beers yet?
Nah.
So you're way past 100.
Yeah, I've done an extra... I don't know, it'd be nearly a month.
Well,
now.
I've done 100 days drinking. All right?
Yeah.
100 days, one beverage at least.
Yeah. See, that's all good.
Actually, I definitely haven't done that. Must be fucking close.
Yeah.
Normally have one with dinner.
Yeah.
Sneaky one. I'm on the Carlton Dries at the moment.
Yeah.
Just a sneaky, but I've got to put it in the freezer for about 7 minutes, and then
crispy cold.
Crispy lasts about 12 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's done. No, that's awesome, man.
Yes.
100 days.
Yeah, so that's pretty big for me, considering I wasn't a pisshead, but it was more of just when I'd get on the piss.
Team sport binge drinking.
Yeah, it was definitely binge
drinking. You know
drinking.
the drill. Not playing rugby's probably helped, eh?
Yeah.
Would you have got through it if you were playing rugby?
Nah.
You wouldn't have committed to it, eh, in the first place?
Nah, yeah, it was tough. It was tough. So I started January 11th this year.
Yeah, that's mad.
So that was after a big freaking 3-day bender. So
yeah, you did that. I'm never drinking again for 100 days.
I was just like, well, what made me do it was I tried doing dry July last year, and that was rugby season.
Yeah,
and I made it not even a week. Soon as I was down the rugby club, just the rubber arm, and I was just like, man, I need to have some more discipline. I talk to people about discipline in my job.
Yeah.
Everything else in my life, I seem to show a bit of discipline, but it's just this. So I was like, stuff it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
See how I feel. And bro, I feel fucking mad for it.
Yeah, I think you've definitely changed a little bit in physique, for sure.
Yeah, I've definitely seen.
Starting to get there.
Yeah.
And a few little abs starting to poke their head up. Hey?
Yeah, I definitely feel good. And just productive, man.
Yeah.
Sundays, we're starting uni as well, man. We talk about it. I don't have time to sit in bed and feel sorry for myself. I got shit to do.
Well, I know I got past that point. It's definitely not fucking happening these days. Not with 2 kids, man. So that's that to start with is a huge win. But let's talk about that ride as well, man.
So this is number 3 on the mission project for this year. And yes, as I said earlier, 500 Ks to Augusta and back.
So it's 250 there, 250 back. Yeah.
And so Thursday will be the first leg, which is from Mandurah to Bustleton, which is 157.
157, Mandurah to Bustleton.
Yeah. So I've worked it out. The slowest will be 8-hour ride.
Yep.
And that's holding an 18K which during my training I've been able to hold it, but mind you, when I get a tough headwind, like you sit around.
Yeah, man,
that
winds are a big one. Winds are a massive one.
Yeah.
So you're going 180 Ks day one, so day two...
150 day one.
150. So day two is going to be a little bit easier.
Yeah, 100, so that's from Boston to Augusta.
And then you're doing the opposite back.
And then another short leg, so another 100 back to Boston, and then another long one.
So over 4 days.
Yeah.
What's the longest you've done in training? Longest ride?
Longest ride? 90 Ks.
90?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's nothing to sneeze at.
No, but... and this is what we'll go on talking to is like the training stuff. It's like I kind of want to just one more bigger ride.
Yep.
Just to say that when I do get into that, that locker a bit, that hurt locker a bit, I can say to myself, look, you've done this before.
Yeah.
Sitting at 90, like I've got to go further in my shortest ride on this leg.
Yep.
So I know that this is coming. So it's like, all right.
It'll be that... it'll be the accumulation of anything. Like when you did 90, you weren't like completely spent, take it.
No.
So I feel like riding's a little bit different to running, right? Like when you do and you run like the furthest you've ever run, you're like, fuck, I don't know if I could do any more. But riding, it's like just the nature of it. You probably got off that and was like, well, yeah, if I wanted to, I could have easily...
Yeah.
kept riding my bike, so your body doesn't break down as quickly.
Yeah, definitely, and it's just less strenuous on your body too. Like when you're running and you've done a long run, like your joints are aching.
Yeah,
we're riding.
Everything fucking hurts.
Yeah, riding it's more like it's just your
what's
quads.
What's uncomfortable on the bike? Like your ass getting sore? What's going on?
No, I've been alright with that. Like this week I need to get myself some bike shorts.
Yeah, man.
So I've just been running it free.
Bro, the pad in the middle. The pad's
yeah.
Every like longer ride. Like I only did a 2 hour on the concept. Like when I was doing a little bit on that. Man, makes a big difference, eh? The mountain biking as well that I've done. Obviously, you're taking a fair few impacts with that, but yeah, the bike shorts. So bike shorts, if you don't know, have like proper ones have like a pad for your gooch, basically.
Yeah.
Gooch pad.
Yeah.
And it makes things a little bit. You still get a little bit sore, to be fair, but makes things a little bit nicer, so it's not just red raw.
Yeah. So, but what it has been hurt, and I had to make a bit of adjustment, was my vastus medialis.
Oh, okay. Quads?
So, yeah, on the inside there. So,
yep.
I was just getting, like, where my VMO was, just that lower part near the kneecap.
Yep.
I was just getting, like, that sore pain. And it was actually, I adjusted my ride height.
Yep.
Because I was too short and I wasn't getting, like, that, not full extension, lock out the legs, but I wasn't getting enough.
Yeah.
I made that adjustment and that seemed to be pretty good. Also, with as I was pedaling, I did notice that I was compensating on the leg that I broke. Yep. In the sense that, like, I don't know, I was really getting like an external rotation. It was just really weird. So then I started to think about that more, and I was getting more internal rotation. Yep. So I started overcompensating when I was using driving for that pedal. Yep. So then I just started being aware of what I was doing and thinking, like, just be straight up and down. You don't even have clip-ins, do you? Nah, bro. Fuck. Nah. Get some clip-ins, man. Nah, that's or luxury. At least some cages for your feet. I've got I use them Noble CrossFit shoes, and they're like hell grippy, so they're sweet. No, but I'm talking about like you're able to pull up as well. Yeah, as push down. I should look into that. You should have already. You leave in 3 days. Yeah. I got to get my bike service this week. It's on the to-do list. Far out. So I like it though. It's pure Smith Fitness style, going in like unprepared. Like, do you have a tire repair kit? No, you're fucking useless, eh? I'm buying. This is what I'm doing today, bro. I got a busy day. It's actually gonna be funny because I'm gonna walk into this bike shop and like, right, I need what do you guys think? I need my bike serviced, and I need go to KD Cycles, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go down there, and I need it done all before Wednesday too, because I leave on Thursday. Dude, they might not be able to service your bike by then. Fuck, I hope so. Shit, man. I don't. That's pure like. It's what we're about though. Yeah. Like, how do you paddle this thing? Yeah, my dad's a bit like, you're a fucking idiot, but... That's got nothing to do with the ride, eh? Yeah, he's just like, don't you think you need to be a bit more organised? I'm like, I am organised. Like, it's just... As long as you're fit enough, you're organised, as long as it doesn't rain, like, I'm sweet. Is it supposed to rain? I think so. But now for the tyres, I'm just going to buy a load of spare tubes. That way, if I just pop one, just
I suppose the
bang it
good thing
straight
is
out.
like you're on your time, so you're not like. Even though there's something like a lot of endurance events, you're not. Without saying like you don't care where you're coming, a lot of the times it's like less of a focus on like the competition aspect of it. It's more like you against the distance. I know for me that's what it's been when I've been doing, you know, like longer event stuff, and even more so like the sort of self-curated little adventures. Man, I love them for the fact that if I want to sit there and just say like, nah, I took like at the 2 hour mark, I took 15 minutes where I just sat on my ass, or, you know, like you don't have any pressure to be like, fix that tire as fast as you can.
Yeah,
so,
I'm not racing the clock.
Yeah, so it's just, that's what I loved about like doing the hills with the boys. It was sort of like, we took our time in the car parks, we fucking eating peanut butter sandwiches. Like that was just as enjoyable as like sharing the moments up and down the hills with the boys. So that's what's fun about making these little adventures for ourselves. So that you're not on anyone else's clock. Like if you want to start at 9 a.m, you can start at 9 a.m. Rather than like race time. It's like, 6 a.m, you've got to be up. So, hey, nah. So and you'll still feel accomplished, if not more accomplished, that you've gone and done it off your own bat. It's not even an event, you just decided to do it. Like, I think there's something to that, and it's something that I've been trying to like curate for myself, and just like these little adventures where you're challenging yourself, but it's on your terms. It's fucking fun. So
yeah,
and it means you don't have to be as prepared. Like I'm saying, like you're sort of figuring it out this week. It's like, dude.
Yeah, and I think and that's where we're similar as well. It's like that's what kind of sucks you into doing it, because it's the unknown as well, and it's like it's all an adventure. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen, but we're just going to do it and see what happens.
Yeah,
and it makes a story.
100%. So, what was that quote? That Gary Robbins dude, he sort of wrote it was like, you know, this day is not going to be like a normal day sort of thing, and like we know it's not going to be a normal day. Let's like, and just that's the fucking beauty of it.
Yeah.
Whereas you go to like, I've never done a fun run. Go to a fun run and there's like 15,000 other people doing the same fun run the same day as you. I'm just like, for me, and that's not taking away anyone's accomplishment, because a lot of people that'll like a fun run or a, you know, city to surf or something might be like the hardest thing they ever do, but it doesn't get me up and about at all, because not being like selfish, but like you're just sharing it, like everyone, like you're the same as everyone else there. Whereas you're going to be the only one doing this on this day, like off your own bat. It makes it different to that, like doing a fun run with the rest of Perth.
Yeah.
So I think there's something to it. So you're going Mandurah, whereabouts are you leaving from? Your house?
Yeah, just going to go to my house. I was going to like make it because I'm doing the ride for the homeless. I was going to do it at like the shelter, the food shelter that we have in Mandurah.
Yep.
But then I just like, I'll just leave from my home, like it's easier.
Yep. So sweet. So Mandurah.
That way when I get home, I can just chuck that bike away and just go lay on there.
So Silver Sands to Bustleton. And what route are you taking out of Mandurah? You going down Old Coast Road?
No, so I'm going to go straight out past...
there's a bike path next to the freeway, isn't there?
Yeah, so I'm going to go straight out through the lights past the dogs, Mandurah dogs, straight out. And
is that Pinjarra, not Pinjarra Road?
No, it's not. It's the one.
Mandurah up.
Yeah, something like that. Nah, even before then, like this side of, north side of that.
Oh, okay.
Past Frederick Irwin's schools.
Yeah.
It's past where the rugby club is.
Yeah. I'm losing the name. Gordon Road. Yeah. So out Gordon Road to the freeway, and then the freeway has a
bike path.
A bike path all the way until it sort of meets up with Old Coast. Does it?
Yeah, it meets out just after.
I had a look at the. I did have a look at the map when I was contemplating doing this with Blayke. I still haven't completely pulled the pin, but I don't think the way Freddie's been going lately that I should just be like catcher for 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. And then I'd have to go through even later, go and get my bike sorted and everything. But yeah, I had a look at it, and there was ways you could do it where you weren't on Forest Highway. Forest Highway? Yeah, that's what it turns into, right? Where you were on there like only between like the end of Old Coast Road down to sort of Lake Preston, Australindish. Because that was a big one for me. I was like, man, that's fucking, you got to be careful. Like, you got to be real careful because there's people screaming down that 110, 120 clicks. Even more so when you get out of Bustleton as well. Like that from, Bustle Highway through Margs. Is that the way you're going from Bustleton?
Yeah, I'm just going to go straight.
Bypassing Dunsborough. So basically the way you drive.
The way you drive, pretty much.
Yeah.
I was going to go Sue's Road.
That's even more sketchy.
But yeah, like I fly down there when I'm driving.
Yeah.
So
and it's narrower.
Yeah, and it's hilly, and it's just like, yeah. That's one thing, like, when I did like think of this, well, it was that the road, and that's when I did the swim at the start of the year, I was looking at the road and I was like, fuck, there's not much road here. Yeah. That's another reason why I'm doing it on a mountain bike, not a cycling bike. Yeah. So that way, if I need to hit gravel, I can hit gravel. Yeah. So it is going to be a bit sketchy. That's probably the.
But that also takes it away. Like, remember, like, tell them fucking that. Ask them about tires though, because you got those fat wide ones, man. You might want something not. You're not going to go to like a road tire, but something in between where you're going to have traction, but like you're still going to be able to cook it a bit better. Yeah, I got to do that today. Yeah, that was a big one for me. I was like, fuck, man, that's pretty sketchy. Like, saying that, you're going on a Thursday. It's not a long weekend. Like, you'll be done. So Friday morning. So maybe, you get like the traffic on Sunday coming home. Like people that have been down south coming home maybe. But it depends what time you leave and everything else. Yeah. But yeah, make sure you're being careful, man, because it's fucking pretty hectic. Like if you're on that hard shoulder. Yeah, and you got a big truck come flying past you. Yeah, man. Thing will suck me in. Yeah. So obviously on the bike paths where you can be. And you mentioned just briefly the. I got to keep an eye on the time because I got to get to swimming. Yeah. You mentioned just briefly doing some fundraising. Yes. Yeah. So when I decided that I was going to do this ride, I was like, oh yeah, sweet. And this was like before I like announced it to everyone. I told you what I was thinking of and bouncing ideas and that. And then I was just doing me a little drive, that coast ride drive. And I drove past the park that's like in the Mandurah city there, like near the water. Yep. At the front of Woolies, and there was just like a few homeless boys like hanging around, and I was like, oh yeah. And then I just kept driving, I just started thinking, and then I come home and I was like, you always like, I don't know myself, like you always think, oh, I'd like to help that guy. You always have them thoughts, but how often do you actually do that? Yep. And I was like, oh, like this could be a good idea to make this ride a bit more than just about me doing this, I'm no good at the old like social media, getting it out there. But we've managed to raise over half, so we're aiming for 1,000. We got 500. That's pretty good. Last time I checked. You should be proud of that. Like just taking the initiative to do it. Like when I first saw that you were doing it, I was like, oh, okay, what's this? And then I was sort of like, what fucking what group are you giving the money to and shit? And you're like, oh, I don't know, I got to figure that out again. Pure like not being organised. Yeah. But I think it's good. The one thing that I was like, and I mentioned it to her, I was like, you got to like sleep on the side of the road then, right? Nah. If you're gonna go like the ride for shelter, you can't just be booking fucking accommodation. But, so I'm going to continue to be like, I don't know about these fucking hotels. Yeah. And be like, that's a 5-star, Blayke. Yeah. What are you doing? But I said to my mum, I'll chuck the swag in and just get you and Dad a room where we're staying. She's like, what? And I told her like what you were saying. I was like, it makes sense. She's like, yeah. And then I was like, nah, you know what? Fuck it. 500 Ks is enough. Dude. Yeah, no shit. I was like, you can't be staying in hotels doing a ride for the fucking homeless. But I suppose motels. Yeah. I'm riding 500 Ks for them. Yeah, true. True. Yeah, so that's, I just thought, why not give it a crack and, try and do something that's a bit more than myself. Well, I'll try and, I'll put the word on Kel. I don't think I should probably leave her at home with the kid at the moment. They've been sick, and Freddie's been like, we actually slept to alarms this morning, which is the first time in a long time. Oh, cherish that. So yeah, we'll see. Because she was like, oh, if Blakey's doing it, all good. Like if it was just me that organised it, she'd be like, what the fuck are you doing that for? because you did, she was like all right with it, but I was sort of like umming and ahhing whether I would be coming or not. So we'll see. I'd have to organise the rest of my week. But I'll try and probably try and get down there and maybe even, take a few photos and a bit of film and get the drone up and all that. That'd be cool if I could sort of tee up with where you are, coming home at least on Sunday, or at least, something like that would be cool. If I'm not going to, end up doing it with you, or might even be able to get down on Sunday and just do the Sunday with you or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and keep like it'll be hard for while I'm riding.
Oh yeah, man.
But I'm gonna keep just little live updates of like where I am.
You get those phone locks for the bike.
Oh yeah.
They'll be perfect for you, man. You just like lock your phone in, and you'll be able to, like I've done it before, you'll be able to like Instagram story and film, and like you can slide your phone on and off it. So you probably grab one of those for like $30-40 from the bike shop, just like hooks over your handlebars.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the fact that you're doing it off your own bat. You sort of got that self-curated adventure, and you're barely prepared for it. That's what it's all about. That's our Smith's Fitness shit.
Yeah, that's us. That's how we do it.
That's the stuff we like. All right, man. Before I get going, you were supposed to FaceTime me last week, but you didn't because you're a dog.
Oh.
With some wins, struggles, and goals. So we're going to go a win each, a struggle each, and it doesn't have to be like the last week. It can be since we've done this, and some goals. So who's going first with the win?
You go first.
What's a win? A win for me is I've found a bit of balance with my training. I'm enjoying the amount of running I'm doing and the training I'm doing. I was going to be doing a Olympic weightlifting comp. That was supposed to be the week of the shutdown, and they pushed it back 5 weeks. And to be fair, I don't want to keep Olympic weightlifting for 5 more weeks, so I'm not going to do the comp, and I've jumped back into a little bit more body weight and kettlebell training, running about 35-40 Ks a week. It's a perfect balance. Like it doesn't feel draining, doesn't take up too much time. The Olympic lifting was cool. I've done plenty of it in the past. I haven't done a comp. I will eventually. This was going to be the one, but it didn't happen, and it got pushed back, and I was like, Basically, it was just like, I'm at peace with not doing it. I want to do some other stuff with my traiing. So got the kettlebells back out, and that's my win. So about 3 sessions a week, kettlebells, pull-ups, push-ups, bit of ab work, a lot more volume, obviously, than a Olympic lifting, and then running 4 times a week, basically, getting out to the trails as well. So that's my win, finding some balance in my training. I think it's important, not chasing anything really.
It's important to enjoy what you're doing.
Enjoying it, yeah, man, that's it.
A win for me would be, so this is away from training. This is more of like the uni work that I've been doing. So for those that don't know, I'm doing like a bridging course to be eligible to start an undergraduate course at Notre Dame. And a win for me was that I had like 2 assessments due, an English and a maths, and I got them in on the due date.
So, that's a win.
Yeah, that's a win. I'll take it. And especially maths too, because I hate that. I hate maths. But yeah, so that was a win.
Did you pass them both?
Last week.
No good getting them in on time if you didn't pass.
I just didn't want to lose that 10% for being late. So that was last week's win. What was your struggles?
Struggles have been like keeping myself busy and sane the week where we were shut down. Sort of struggled a bit with the 2 little lockdowns that we've had. Like I realised how grateful we are, or how lucky we are, and I'm grateful for it. Watching some sport over the weekend, there was like a game I was just flicking through some soccer games. There was like one in France, no fans, one in Italy, no fans, like one in England, no fans, NBA, no fans. I was like, fuck, we got it good here in Australia. So complaining about 2 little week-long lockdowns is pretty bullshit. But I felt the big lockdown last year, I thrived. The 2 little ones, like the weeks that we've had here, haven't really. And it's been tough, like figuring out just a schedule and what to do with my time and how to use my time best. And I sort of found myself getting a little bit frustrated through that. So that was a bit of a struggle. That was my struggle over, well, that was like 3 weeks ago now, 2 weeks ago. So a little bit of a struggle there, and hopefully we don't have to keep going in and out of lockdowns.
Yeah, it's a hard one, especially because it can happen just like that. Bang, back we go. A struggle for me last week was, although I did get these assignments in, I bounce around a little bit. Just, when you got a lot to do, and you're like, right, I've got a lot to do, but then you don't get any of it done. Yeah. And you're just like, fuck. So that was a struggle for me. Was just the time management in the sense of like, right, allocate this much time to do this. All right, then move on to this and tick boxes. Yep. I was sometimes, especially last week, I was scrambling a bit, and it's just like, and then before you know it, you've done stuff all and you've wasted a day. Yep. So that was a struggle for me.
That's just straight up uni life, really. What's the next one? Goals. A goal. For me, man, I'm starting to work a little bit on some range of motion, trying to get a little bit more flexible. I've been following a little bit of knees over toes guys protocols. I sort of want to work towards a few little goals. One of them being the splits. So just working on
Van Damme style or what?
Oh, I don't know, just splits. Like is that
like the old karate, like the how they do like the.
It'll be like the one forward, one back, not the both out to the sides. I know there's a little bit of a difference, but just working on some range of motion, some hammy flexibility, with that, and that's one of my goals coming up, is to keep improving my range of motion.
Yeah. My goal for this, off the back of my struggles, is I started yesterday, and it's like just planning out what you're doing day by day. Yep. Then highlighting it off. Yep. So I've got a list of things I need to do. Bang, knock it off. So that's my goal for this week, and then obviously I got this ride this weekend. So get that done.
Big goal.
Enjoy it. Yeah, big goal.
Is that going to be a little at this point? If you're anything like me, it'll be a bit of a monkey off your back. Yeah. Like, be glad to not have to focus on it. Yeah. Even though, like, you've decided to do this. Yeah. Like, you could just be like, nah, I'm actually not going to do it.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks, I've had a few conversations with people in the gym, and they're like, oh, how you going? Are you training? And I'm like, yeah, I'm over it. Yeah. Like, you're preparing. It's like, all right, let's just get this thing done.
Dude, that's why, like, and in the past, I would have held myself to doing this Olympic competition, just like... But it would have been in spite of my own self. Like, I was just like, you know what? I'm sweet. We're not doing it. Like, in the past, I would have been like, nah, that's fucking pussy. Like, that's weak shit. And I was like, nah. Weak shit is like doing something like that you don't even enjoy. Well, that you're not enjoying, and you'd rather be doing something else. I was like so.
I think, stopping altogether.
Yeah.
And just doing nothing.
Yeah. So I was like, nah, actually, I'm not going to do it, and I'm happy with that. Like, I'm fine with that. Yeah. Similar to, like, not doing the cape to cape last year because my knee was a bit sore, and, like, beating myself up over it. And it's like, on to the next one. Like, that's the time will come, sort of thing.
Yeah. It's the training as well. Like, I've jumped into a few cross-training sessions with the crew here. Yep. And, like, I'm really enjoying that.
And you're seeing like how much fun you could be having, and
get a taste for other things. You're like, I'm ready to go in.
Coming to peace with that after doing like some powerlifting and being so worried about what the fuck a bench and squat and deadlift for like a good couple of years when it was fucking mediocre anyway. Like, coming to peace with like not always being able to be that guy that can deadlift this amount is like, it freed me up to be like, sweet, I can sort of jump into anything. And then when you've got other things that come up, it's like, oh shit, now I've got to be doing all this. And then sometimes that becomes a bit more of a burden than what you really want it to be. That's why I'm like I said, a win for me has been finding that balance. Like, I'm training and I feel sweet with it. Like, I'm really enjoying it. And people might say like, are you training when you're not really focusing on any out and out goals? Is it more just like a workout? And I'm like, call it what you want. Like, I'm doing physical activity that I'm enjoying. Like, that's a big part of it. Yeah. So I think that's it from me, man. We want to keep this one short. I got to get over and take that kid for a swim.
Oh, a swimming.
So thanks for jumping in. First one in the new little room. I like this little setup.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's good. I feel this chair makes me comfortable. It's good. I feel like I'm having a yarn.
Not as stinky as that other room, mate.
Yeah, especially with them other boys being in there.
All right, guys. Hopefully, this will be the start of a lot more content out of the podcast and out of this little setup. That's another goal of mine. I think that'll do us for today.
Thank you.
As always, guys, do all the liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, screenshots, all that shit, whatever you can do on whatever platform you're watching or listening to this. Peace. Peace.